Hello YouTube, an unexpected new gear day. So a couple of days ago, that pedal show released the preview for the Dan Telly set. Weirdly, that evening, I was in my local rehearsal room. Walk in, the guy closes the door, hanging behind the door is this. And the last time I was in, I'd tried all his tellies, from Squier to home builds he'd done to Mexican tellies. I'd tried them all and none of them really spoke to me, but this wasn't there. It was new. I didn't recognise this, so I thought, can I have a go? Yeah, you can have a go. And I pick it up, straight away, strummed it and went, ooh. It's loud, it sings, the neck is really comfortable, the body seems to not dig in on the inner edge where every other telly has. I like this. And it turns out this is a new Indonesian-made 2024 telly. I think this is either a Sonic, formerly called the Bullet, the very lowest end, or the Affinity, so one grade above. But this is a B stock, so you can see basically it's ex-demo in the shop. It's had a really big ding that he's repaired, and he said he didn't have time to buff it. There's a bit of paint run. He didn't have time to buff it to Warren Buffett. No, he didn't have time to buff it completely invisible or damn near, but it's smooth so your arm doesn't catch on it, your jumper doesn't catch on it or whatever. But hey, this just spoke to me, so I knew I had to have it. That morning again, I'd sold some parts because I've been having a big old clear out, and the cost of this was exactly the same as the parts I'd sold in the morning. It was weird. It was meant to be. So I've kind of broken a promise in a sense, or two, because firstly I said I hate tellies. They're shrill, they're brittle, they're uncomfortable. I hate them. I never want to own a telly. I never want to play them. I don't want to look at them. They're ugly as sin. And I think it is a bit ugly. I do think tellies are ugly still. Despite whatever this is, it is a good guitar. It just rings. It just sustains, to use a cliche. Secondly, I said I will never mod cheap guitars because there's no point. You know, if a guitar's good, it's good from the off. If it's bad, you can't make it good. It's not the way it works. It's not the way it works. So one of the first things I did do is replace the string tree with this round style, because the old style is like a sharp W, and the string just gets caught and it's crap for tuning. It just makes it harder. I've given this thing a little bit of a setup. I lowered the bridge pickup to match the neck a little bit. Oh, one more thing is maybe you can't see. These are scratchy knobs because the knob itself is scratching on the control plate. They're a little bit, tiny bit wonky, if you can see. So I'm going to show you how this thing sounds as it is now. I've intonated it because I think when it was intonated, it was like that. And as soon as you put it like that, the neck sort of changes its position and it's all out. So I've tweaked the intonation. Very cheap bridge and saddles. It's a string through the back. Sorry, I'm jumping all over the place a bit. Yeah, it doesn't go through the back of the guitar. Not a normal telly bridge, but with it having 6 saddles, at least you can intonate each string. Tuners are not very good, to be perfectly honest. There's a bit inaccurate going up, and there's basically nothing in them coming down. I have parts to replace this stuff. When I say I have parts for days. I clear out, but I've kept loads of stuff still. And today I got this thing because yes. So this will be going on. I have some irongear pickups. I think they're called the Steel Foundry set. They're going to be going in. I have a Wilkinson bridge that won't be going in because this bridge has 1, 2, 3. It has 3 screws at the back, evenly spaced. The Wilkinson has 1, 2, 3, 4 at the back, so I'd have to re-drill it, and I can't be bothered. So anyway, I don't want to change this guitar too much off the bat because I don't want to lose what it has. I don't want to bugger anything up. The back of the neck is satin. I've just been reminded. It is absolutely, it is lovely. It is really, really comfortable. For me, this is fantastic. And it sings really loudly. I put some Vaseline in the nut slots. That's really helped the tuning quite a bit. I've been stretching out the strings. They're going to be old, cheap strings. They're really nothing fancy. I think the pickups are the same as an Affinity, I think. So here's the deal. I'm going to play through this through my Hughes & Kettner 20th anniversary. It's basically a Vox AC 30, but 20 watts. I'm going to give a blast through that, and then I'm going to slacken off the strings. I'm going to take this, I'm going to have to reset the intonation anyway, so I'm going to take these screws out, take the whole bridge off, keeping the strings, and then I'm going to take the control plate out and replace just 2 wires on each pickup, replace the pickups and the scratch plate with the iron gears. So when it's got the brown scratch plate, you're going to know it's got the iron gears in it. It's going to make it obvious. Yeah? AB. Yeah? Smart. So, oh yeah, the pickguard is single ply in 50s style, despite the bridge being modern style and the tuners being modern style. Anyway, I'm doing a lot of talking. I never do this amount of talking. See, strings ain't the best. Right, I'm going to plug it in, give you some sounds. I'll do some clean chords first. Middle pickup. Neck pickup. Let's do some gain. Just the lead channel on the amp. Middle position. Bridge. I like the volume. It's quite reactive. But it's scraping, so I can't really turn it. Right, let's do the neck. Middle. Neck. I like that on this, with these saddles being so flat, I can pick really far back. And with a Strat, I've got a lot of, I don't know, there's a lot in the way back here. Whereas with this, I can put my hand literally behind the bridge and pick really hard and I get that funk thing. There you have it. Sounds pretty bleeding good. The tuners do have an odd mounting mechanism. They're not, I'd expect a single screw at 45 degrees, but these don't. They have two little sort of vampire teeth on the flat side of the tuner. That's the way Fender does their regular tuners, but do not be fooled. Fender tuners will not fit this. How do you know that, Al? Because I've had a Fender GT Custom Fender actually built in Korea. It's the silver one I used to have, and that had the same style of tuners as this. And when I tried to put Fender locking tuners on them, which is the same vampire locking mechanism, they didn't want to fit. The drill holes are in the wrong place. So you're going to have to drill holes whatever you do. Personally, I don't see the point in buying Fender ones because it's more work to try and get the right biting point for the two teeth effectively, rather than just line them all up, stick a ruler along there, and then mark with a pencil where the little 45-degree holes spin off. It's an easier way to do it. You don't have to drill as many holes. There's a high likelihood of getting the holes in the right place the first time. They're easier to come by. Pretty much everyone except Fender make tuners like that. Only Fender do that weird thing. And I've got a set of Wilkinsons that are almost drop-in replacement. I guess, as I said, I'll have to drill the hole, but they're almost drop-ins. I might go for some vintage style ones, but then I'll need converter bushings, and that's more of an arse ache than I really want to get into. So anyway, let me know in the comments what you think of this guitar. I am going to do some more filming when I replace some of the hardware on it. I don't know, looking at the time, if I'm going to be able to do that today, but it's something I'm definitely going to do. I will try and do an A-B comparison. Certainly when I come back to it, I will have left the settings on the amp as they are now, so you'll be hearing it. So it will be a straight A-B comparison. Right, makes noise. First things first, let's check everything's wired properly. So, middle, neck, yeah. Obviously the strings are going, oh, because they've just gone back. I know the light's horrible, I'm sorry about that. We're losing the light, it's winter time. Oh, the tone was down. Well, that's less muddy, isn't it? Intonation will be off. That bridge screw just fouls the saddle for the low E, so I've moved it back as far as it can go, which is almost where it was before, but the intonation is going to be a little bit off. It's not that bad as it goes, but the strings need stretching out. Look. I think they're a lot higher output than the old ones. They're certainly louder. Neck. Bridge. Middle. Neck. fix the knobs, I just ever so slightly raise them. I used like a fork tool underneath, just ever so slightly raise them up a little bit. You can use a kitchen fork, and they're no longer fouling, so I can just turn them perfect. Tuning's all over the shop, but that's fine. Cleans just for the sake of continuity. Middle. Bridge. There you go. I'm happy with that, and it looks bloody marvellous. Look at that. If I block the horrible orange light with my face. Look at that. In that, you can see my iPhone. Isn't that lovely and shiny? Yeah, this is a second-hand Squier one off the old eBay. The tortoise shell is ever so slightly coming up at that corner. I don't know, it's not perfect, but I don't care, it was cheap. Look at that. I think it looks way better. I think it sounds better. Surprisingly, the pickups are quite well balanced in terms of volume. Oh. Maybe the bridge can afford to come up a wee bit. Okay, bridge is far too loud. I'd rather turn the bridge down and lose a bit of high end by having it further down than having to crank up the neck, because I want to make sure it's... I don't want this too high. I don't want this too spanky, because this is a dark pickup anyway. So if I can turn the volume down on this and the treble, then it's going to even out better. Good stuff. Well, there you have it. That's my new guitar, and yeah, I've already done a hell of a load of mods to it, but I already had the teleparts knocking about. I had that red no-name, not Squier, I had that no-name telly a little while ago, and it was crap, so I just sold it, and I kept the bits I put on it, and now they're on this I'm leaving the bridge alone as it is for now. Just the pickups and the string tree. Next up, I'll probably be changing the tuners. I do have some steel saddles that are 22.5mm, so for import, so they will fit this. But I want to do that separately. I wanted to do one thing at a time, so you can hear straight A, B, what makes the difference, what doesn't. We've all seen videos of someone buying a cheap guitar, throwing 300 quid's worth of mods at it, and what do you know, it sounds better. But what makes what difference? Well, this is somewhat scientific. It's the same bridge, same strings, same setup. All I've done is change the pickups. All the electrics are the same. Right, so enough of my yakking. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I will be playing this guitar tonight. I'm off to see a couple of friends. Just had the call to action. So I'll be taking this little beastie. Thanks for watching. Let me know down in the comments what you think, and I'll see you next time. Until then, bye-bye.
Bye!